Good blessed Saturday night, October the 2nd, 2021 is 7:22 p.m. I greet every human being all around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. Doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious beliefs may be. Doesn't matter if you're the richest or the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you're the proclaimed toughest or the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you're my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. It doesn't even matter if you're dark-skinned or light-skinned. It doesn't matter what your race is. You have some say that I'm racist or prejudiced. I'm far from it. I greet all human beings with the same universal greetings. I believe there's one God for the whole universe. Tonight, I want to just be real brief. People call me when they see things that they don't think is just. And I pray to God and put things together. Lately, I've been putting things together for other peoples who've been losing their family members. But tonight, I seen something in Carbondale. It's bad enough that my son been dead, so they say, since March the 19th, 2021. It's bad enough that they called his death a suicide. It's bad enough that the Carbondale, Illinois Police Department, the Carbondale, Illinois, Jackson County Prosecuting Attorney, the Carbondale, Illinois, Jackson County Coroner's Office, they didn't care about my son. You see, it's bad enough that they just did that, but they knew about a husband and wife who was spending my son's food stamp card when he was alive and after he was found dead. 39 days after he found dead. Matter of fact, April the 29th, 2021, a white female that worked at the Carbondale, Illinois Rebound High School. And Rebound High School, I believe, is separate from the regular Carbondale, Illinois High School. The Rebound High School, I believe, is for alternative people. And she has the title of parent educator. The state's attorney had the audacity to ask me on Thursday, September the 23rd, 2021, do I want him to prosecute these people that was spending my son's food stamp card. He said they had it for 8 months, so we know they didn't kill him for the food stamp card. Whether they did or not, she is a person that people trust. Being a parent educator in a rebound school, high school, or a alternative high school, these people that have problems, they look up to her as being a positive role model. How could you be a positive role model when you out here spending? You knew when you seen that card, it had Brian Lamont Johns on it, and it didn't have your name on it. It didn't have your husband's name on it. It didn't have your kid's name on it. And the police know, the prosecuting attorney know, and then what really hurt me, her husband tried to befriend me after the police caught his wife spending my son's food stamp card, and he admitted to me that my son's wasn't the only food stamp card he had. Let me show you why him and his wife prey on people. That's Prey, prey on people. Homeless people. People on drugs. Tonight I seen her husband, who called himself a Muslim. A Muslim, to my understanding, is one who submit themselves to God. To the will of God. It ain't God's will for you to go to these homeless shelters, the warming center, Now I see you tonight making videos like you're an upstanding citizen at the Center for Empowerment and Justice. May the man that founded the place, may he rest in peace. But I wonder, did he know, and the people that you out there videoing in front of this place, asking people to you doing a fundraiser. You got the audacity to do a fundraiser out there, and you spending homeless people food stamps. Do the Center for Empowerment and Justice know what you and your wife out there doing? You ain't hanging around that place because you want to help people. You and your wife hanging around them places because y'all taking advantage. Why don't y'all use the money that y'all taking from these people food stamp like you did with my son? You see, if you was giving them money for it, you couldn't have gave no money for the month of April. You know why? Because he was dead already. But your wife got caught spending it. You see, you remember, I got you in my text where you wanted to give me the newly elected prosecuting attorney's phone number saying he might help get to solve my son's case. He ain't gonna try to solve my son's case because he probably know you know it if you didn't have nothing to do. If you didn't have nothing to do with it yourself, he know you know, and he know the police department know. But you got to be working with them people that they ain't arrested you and your wife, because the federal government said y'all should be arrested. If the police and the prosecuting attorney would do their job, they would have notified the people that issue out the food stamp card, and they would notify the people that issue out the money, which the government issue out the money. Y'all committed a crime, but you out there videoing like you really care about the Center for Empowerment and Justice. Empowerment is trying to help them homeless people get on their feet. How could you be helping them get on your feet when you knew my son was addicted to drugs? Even when he was locked up and got back out, you still had his card. And I would testify, I would take a polygraph test when I asked you how much of my money was you giving my son, and you told me you couldn't remember, because I'm going to be honest with you. He said that we have a lot of other people cards. Who keep people food stamp cards 8 months besides drug dealers? What Muslim or what Christian you know that go to the warming centers where people looking to go get warm, they homeless, they go to the homeless shelters because they don't have a place to stay, go to the Center for Empowerment and Justice for help, and y'all got a wolf right amongst y'all. You got a wolf in the Carbondale, Illinois Rebound High School preying on these people. And you know what? So they make it look so good. His wife is white and he black. And if you notice, he marched with on May the 22nd, 2021, he marched with the Arabs because the Israelis was attacking the Muslims over in Jerusalem just recently. Now he at the Center for the Empowerment and Justice, but you never see him in the black neighborhood talking about stop the violence. Carbondale, Illinois, I want y'all to share this. I want you to make it go viral. It won't be hard to know who it is. Anytime an individual tell me that he got the state's attorney, the prosecuting attorney phone number, cell phone number, and he want to give it to me and say, don't tell him I gave it to you. Then when I tell the prosecuting attorney, which he knew who the person was, but him and his wife still doing their thing. And some of y'all out there know who he is. How is you letting him have any dealings with the Center for Empowerment and Justice? How have you letting them have any dealings with passing food out at the homeless shelter? How is you letting them have any dealings with the Warming Center? How is you letting his wife have any dealings with any school? You know and tell you why? Because Carbondale, Illinois, y'all don't care nothing about my son, but y'all killed the wrong black man. You hear me? You killed the wrong black man. I don't care how much these individual informants out there telling you, prosecuting attorney, I ask y'all in Carbondale, Illinois, just because this man is a Spanish guy, vote him out of there the next time election. Vote the chief out. Vote the mayor out. Vote city council out. Why ain't none of them standing up for a black man that was found hung? His wallet found 4-5 blocks away. His t-shirt found on another street on the 3rd floor. And now, here it is, somebody said they didn't see somebody with my son ID. Now see, I'm going to try to put this in the same group he in, that I'm a part of, and let's see if it's going to be blocked out or me getting kicked out. If he can video showing the fundraiser for the Center for Empowerment and Justice, and I can show where the same one had my son's food stamps, that's against the law. But you know what? If they don't do nothing, God will. See, I'm not going to strike. In my days, I would have came and took care of my business. But God takes care of my business. It's my job to expose them. I don't care if they black or white. I don't care if they the chief of all chiefs. When it comes to Raymond Lewis Ivy Children's, you better off killing me than killing them, because I die for my kids. A man ain't a man until he finds something worth dying for. Brian Lamont Johns is worth dying for. I'm coming back to Carbondale, even if I have to protest by myself. Get rid of that Spanish prosecuting attorney. Get rid of that white chief of police. Get rid of that white mayor. And get rid of the majority of that city councilman there. And don't trust the NAACP black folks. You be better off going and sitting down with the Ku Klux Klan and getting a peace treaty with them than to trust the NAACP. All they is about is trying to get money. They out there tonight trying to get fundraisers for things right now. Y'all ain't heard Carbondale. You ain't heard the last of Raymond Lewis Ivy. Prosecuting attorney, you say you some 71st. I hope they vote you out and let you go on back on 71st Street. Peace be still.